Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Abear. With me, as always, is my tag team partner, Jordan Johnson. Jordan, how are we doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Y'all can see I'm back in my room.
Yeah, it took some time, but you're back. I was going to start charging your rent after a while, man. But yeah, it's good to see that we're back to normal for a little while and all that. But Jordan, how was your weekend, man?
Weekend was great. Went to your house and all that. And watched some wrestling, watched some soccer, play the game. We did all kinds of shit.
That we did, man. But now before we hop into today's episode, real quick, for no particular reason at all, I just feel like she deserves to hear this. I want to give a major shout out to my wife. It has been a crazy emotional weekend. And this is giving no explanation whatsoever. She just deserves to hear that. So if you're watching, you do deserve a shout out. So I wanted to get that out the way before we start today's episode. It has been a hectic weekend, but we're going to find our answer soon, and things are going to be okay for both of us. So I just wanted to get that out the way. But yeah, man, today we got a great episode. I'm looking forward to today's episode. We didn't do last week's episode. It was a mixture of, not feeling well, and, our guest for last weekend, which was Justin, that wasn't able to join the show. So he had to bow out. So I figured, with us not feeling well and him not coming on, I figured let's just cancel. We'll regroup and we'll come back this week. But yeah, we were going to come on last week to talk about all the pay-per-views we had the week before. We had All In, we had Great American Bash, we had Saturday Night's Main Event, and Evolution. So before we hop into any of our topics, Jordan, just give me a little rundown of what you thought about each show. If you want to give me a star rating for each of them. I mean, from what you don't have to pull up the match card, nothing like that. You can just tell me what you thought about the pay-per-views and stuff like that. I know we didn't watch NXT, so you ain't got to go really much to NXT because I didn't watch it either. I was more caught up on All In. So, and then watched Saturday Night's Main Event and then Evolution the next day. So altogether, what were your thoughts on all the shows?
Oh, All In was a great match card. Like you said, Tony Khan really put a match card together. Great. So, I'll give it so we're doing a 1 out of 10.
We'll do a 1 out of 10. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. I'll give the pay-per-view a 8.
Okay.
And Saturday Night Main Event, it was a okay show. So I'll give it like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then the all women's pay-per-view, it was a great show. So I'll give it like 8 too.
Okay. Like I said, we didn't watch NXT. I did keep up with the results, and I heard it was a pretty decent show. I do have plans on going back to watch it, so give it for what it's worth. All In was really good. I got to give it to him, man. I have my fair share of saying things about AEW, and man, they proved me wrong. I am man enough to say when I'm wrong, and man, they put on a great show. The card was good, the booking was right. A little questionable about the TNT title booking. I know they had to kind of do some last minute stuff with Adam Cole being rolled out and then putting the title on Dustin Rhodes. I don't think he's going to last long as the champion there, but I think the title will be on Kyle Fletcher at some point. So sooner or later. The whole show was great though, and I think the best part about it is what everyone was happy about is that Mercedes lost. She took an L, and that was surprising. You know, we all thought that she was going into this and she was going to win, and yeah, they shocked us all, and didn't happen. So yeah, I mean, it was a really, really good show. Hangman completing the story, you know, getting the AEW title out of that briefcase, finally seeing for the first time since like October. So it was very nice to see that happen. And what a pop for him, you know, Swerve basically giving him that nod of approval of him winning the title and whatnot. So All In's going to get a very high score for me out of 10. I'm going to go 9 out of 10 for AEW All In. I thought it was a solid show, really good show. And yeah, fast forward to Saturday night's main event. I can't say the same good stuff that I just said about All In because it wasn't that good. A lot of filler. It was a lot of filler matches. You know, a lot of stuff that wasn't really needed. You know, Seth Rollins with the injury. It sucked to see that. You know, he's going to be out for quite some time. I feel like a lot of the booking surrounded our, you know, kind of around Rollins is going to change now. Is a Breaker going to become the top guy now? Seems like it in that faction with him and Bronson Reed. Goldberg, his retirement all around was pretty sloppy. I know he's not crazy happy or enthused with how his retirement went, and even having the speech cut off. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything pretty, but I mean, it was, for what it's worth, it was all right. Saturday night's main event out of 10 is gonna get a 5 out of 10 for me. Wasn't great. Evolution absolutely exceeded a lot of people's expectations. I know there was a lot of talk about the attendance, that it wasn't looking great booking a big arena for an all women's PLE, but I gotta say the women exceeded expectations. They blew everyone's mind and they killed it. I mean, I feel like they did very well with this show, and they swerved everyone at the end by having Naomi cash in during the Raw title instead of doing what everyone thought, and that was cashing in on the SmackDown title, which we all expected at SummerSlam with the Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton match. So we all thought this was happening, you know, having the revenge on Jade Cargill. And yeah, so the show alone was great. Out of 10, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was a very good show. The ladies proved a lot of people wrong, and they put on a fantastic show. So I would look forward to it being in an every year PLE. They haven't committed to that, but I'm all for it. So give the women an all yearly PLE for Evolution. You know, let this be a yearly thing, but just see what actually happens. So we'll see. But that's our sort of like little, I don't know. It was a few minute recap on all the shows. Like I said, I didn't watch NXT. Jordan didn't watch NXT. So yeah. So hop in some of the comments before we move on to our actual topics. What's going on, Justin, Blaine, Bakley, TK? What's going on, guys? Really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Justin said it's more than obvious that Dustin winning was their way of giving Texas a good moment after Adam Cole's heartbreaking promo. Yes, I do agree. Someone from Texas winning that title, that feel-good moments before Fletcher does end up taking it away at some point. Tim says All In and Evolution were incredible shows. Goldberg versus Gunther was fun. It was a real fun weekend of wrestling. I 100% agree. It was really good. Justin also said that pretty sad how Goldberg got his retirement match. He was complaining about being owed, and yet he was still not happy after he got it. Yeah, also agree on that. You know, it seems like a lot of negativity on his end coming out. And Jordan, your mom is also tuning in. We're having some issues with Facebook, everybody. So if you are tuning in on YouTube and you typically watch on Facebook, the moment I hit live, it said our stream was deleted on Facebook. So I will seem to figure that out after. If I have a chance to rebroadcast this on Facebook, I will. So if you're tuning in on YouTube, I do appreciate it. So, Jordan, let's get into the main topics we have for tonight, and we're gonna start off. I was gonna start off with Hangman's, but I want to start off with Slammiversary from last night. We all watched it over here. I have not paid for a TNA pay-per-view in quite some time. Got my sister tuning in as well. And I can still say I have not paid for a TNA pay-per-view. Yes, the app did give some problems, but that's the price you pay for watching stuff for free. So the card was good. This was a very good card. That's why I wanted to watch it as bad as I did. Now, Jordan, you did not watch the pre-show. You came over like right as the main card was getting ready to start off. But the 3 matches they had on the pre-show, the Elegance brand defeated the Inspiration to retain the Knockouts tag team champions. The hometown man, who I just learned last night is Cody Deaner, and he defeated Eric Young. It was an impromptu match. It wasn't even scheduled for the show. And I guess this is their name, the Rope Breakers, which is Real One, who is Enzo Amore, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop defeated Steve Macklin, Jake Something, and Mance Warner in a 6-man tag. Now, crazy enough, the women's tag is the one that went the longest, went 8 minutes 30 seconds. Hometown Man and Eric Young went 4 minutes 10, and it seemed like Enzo was talking way more than wrestling because the match only went 3 minutes. So little confusing on that one, man. It seems like he's not letting go of the gimmick of the of when he was in NXT and WWE with Big Cass. He's still hanging on to that gimmick. It was too much talking and not enough wrestling. But cool to see Zilla Fatu getting his on a big show like TNA. It was really cool to see that. Tim says he doesn't know why they didn't give the belt to Santana. Hey, I am with you on that one, man. I am 100% with you on that. I will get to that when the main event talk comes, but I 100% agree. And what's going on, Tommy? Hey, appreciate you tuning in, and my mom is tuning in as well. So, Jordan, getting to the main card, I'll just run down the main card. We're not going to go match for match on this. I'll say the main card, and then you'll just give me your thoughts on the entire show. It kicked off with Mustafa Ali taking on Cedric Alexander. Very, very good match, by the way. Give me those 205 live days. And it ended with Cedric Alexander giving Tasha Steelz the lumbar check and Mustafa Ali hitting the 450 on him. Very good opening match. Very, very good match. Matt Cardona and the System defeated NXT's Dark State in an 8-man tag. Indy Hartwell shocked everybody by defeating Tessa Blanchard. And Tessa, she attacked the announcer, and she got suspended indefinitely by Santana Marella. JC Jane shocked a lot of people and defeated Masha Slamovich in a winner-take-all for the Knockouts World Champion and the NXT Women's Champion. Leon Slater defeated Moose to win the TNA X Division Champion, the youngest X Division Champion, and was surprised by a returning AJ Styles at the end. Cool to see AJ get his old theme song back for TNA as well. The Hardys are the new TNA Tag Team Champions, defeating the Nimitz, the Rascals, and First Class of AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. And Trick Williams defeated Joe Hendry and Mike Santana in a 3-way match for the TNA World Championship. I am long-winded. Jordan, give me your thoughts on the entire show. Start to finish, I thought it was a great show. But just give me all you got, man.
All right, so the with Mustafa Ali and them, man, that was a great match. Them hitting her with that move, and then he won. Great match. Matt Cardona and them. Yeah, that was a great match. The whole pay-per-view was great.
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell, she really shocked us. I thought the other one was gonna win. I thought she was gonna win. JC Jane, yeah, that one shocked us, me, you, and and Ryan.
Yeah, it shocked all of us.
Yeah, Leon, man, what a match that was. I thought Moose was gonna get it for a second, but then he just started hitting the moves and the Hordys. Man, I don't know how which one had the that ladder? It was Jeff, huh?
It was Jeff stuff climbing. It was almost like one you see coming out of like a helicopter in the movies. It's one of those type of ladders.
Man,
yeah,
that was nuts. And then the main event, yeah, I think they should have put it on Mike Santana.
So I'm gonna pop a comment up real quick, even though you can see it in the corner. Justin said JC winning and Santana losing were two of the biggest booking mistakes TNA made last night. I agree. And I say this because I thought that JC winning the winner take all, meaning that she holds the knockouts championship, was a shoo-in for Santana to win. But it seems like I know who was winning the partnership between TNA and WWE. It is obviously that WWE is handling their own in this partnership, because you have two NXT superstars that are holding your two biggest championships in TNA. I thought Masha Slamovich was going to win this match. She was going to crush JC Jane and continue her reign as Knockouts champion. But then the main event, seeing the ovation that Mike Santana got, I thought, man, they are going to give this man the championship. It's going to be a crazy big pop. And man, it was seconds away from happening before Troy Williams got him out the ring and was able to pin Joe Hendry to steal that match. But yeah, going through the whole card like I just did, the opening match, like I mentioned, was fantastic. So much fun to watch. It's, like I said, it gives you those the reminder of like 205 Live. That's exactly what it gave me. The system in Matt Cardona against Dark State didn't go as long as what I thought it was gonna go. I thought it deserved a little more time, but I mean, for what it's worth, they gave it all, and it was really cool. Now the bigger shock, like we mentioned, was Indy Hartwell taking down Tessa Blanchard. And I didn't expect that at all. But Tessa is suspended from TNA. I pray to the Lord above she does not appear in NXT. I don't know if that's the route they're gonna go with it, but yeah. And like we mentioned already, JC Jane and Masha Slamovich, I think it was a bad booking decision. It wasn't great. Leon Slater and Moose was a very fun match. I can look at it as one of the best matches of the night and one of the best moments of the night, seeing Leon Slater getting that X Division championship whenever Moose was trying to, hold on to that title for, breaking records and whatnot. So it did surprise me, but it was the best decision of the night by doing that. Yeah, seeing AJ Styles, like I said, coming out to his old music was really cool to see that. And I would love to see AJ and TNA one more time for one more match. Give us something at Bound for Glory. We're already getting nostalgia with the next match I'll be talking about, but hey, man, give us AJ again. I mean, yeah. I mean, we haven't seen AJ in a TNA ring in a while. Yeah, the match with the Hardys was fun. I don't, for the life of me, understand what AJ Francis was attempting to do whenever he was getting pushed from the ladder, jumping over the rope and going basically balls first into the ladder. So I'm not understanding that one bit by it, but overall, great match. I loved it. And like I said earlier, nostalgia, we're getting the Hardys and the Dudleys at Bound for Glory one last time. So we're getting Matt and Jeff, Bully Ray, that's his name, TNA, and Devon in a TNA ring all these years later. It's all nostalgia. We're not expecting a 5-star Dave Meltzer classic out of this one, but it's nostalgia. I like it. It doesn't matter for the age and everything, but yeah, And also Tim agrees because we all love it. We all love to see nostalgia come back for a wrestling show. So give us full nostalgia at Bound for Glory. Give us AJ in a match over there. Give us the Dudleys, the Hardys. We're giving everything over there. That's what I want. And then the main event couldn't have been more poorly booked in anything by having Trick Williams retain the title over it. Tim says, seems like both world title matches were bad booking decisions. However, if they're trying to get a TV deal, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I do agree. Getting that TV deal, you got to make some sort of decisions that are not always the prettiest decisions. So I do understand that if that's the way they're going. But last time Trick Williams won the title, I mean, the president of Anthem was just looking at him the whole time, in disgust. This time he handed him the title. So maybe he's getting a little warmer to the fact that Trick Williams is the TNA champion. So, but that'll conclude that part. Jordan, out of 10. What is your rating for TNA? And I do have something to say after we talk ratings because I'm seeing stuff on social media that I'm not loving at all.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay. I go 8.5. But the thing that I have a problem with is if you're trusting the website Cage Match for your reviews on professional wrestling, then you need to seek help because Cage Match is ratings that fans can go in and give themselves. And I feel like a lot of fans from other promotions, hence AEW, I would say went in and just blew up the ratings that were like 1 star this, 1 star that, kind of hurting the reviews for Slammiversary and whatnot. But if you're trusting Cage Match in the year 2025 to see how good a pay-per-view is other than just watching it yourself, then seek help, because I don't think that TNA got the reviews on Cage Match that they deserved from actual people that watched the show. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that 100%. I do think there was some spots here and there on the show that could have been better. They did post a video of a major botch by the Elegance brand, how basically the producer was telling them to get ready for the camera, and they basically counted it down, and we were all confused as to what just happened. But at first I thought it was into the show, but no, this was a legit botch by the camera crew. And if you're a major company trying to get a TV deal, you can't be doing stuff like that. If WWE or AEW did something like that, they would get roasted pretty bad on the internet. So I wouldn't suggest that at all. But yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, it was a great show. I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to Bound for Glory. I think they're going to put on a great show. What is TNA's actual what's their WrestleMania? Like, is it Slammiversary? I thought I saw something else was their WrestleMania. I'm not sure if it's Slammiversary. I think I saw on Google it was something else. If someone would like to put their 2 cents in what their WrestleMania is, because I was going to say basically they had like almost every promotions type WrestleMania, because I think All In is AEW's WrestleMania. WrestleMania had theirs already, and if this is their WrestleMania, then Slammiversary had theirs also. So I'm googling it right now. What is TNA's WrestleMania? Okay, it looks like it's like Bound for Glory is their WrestleMania. That's what the AI overview gives me on Google. So take it how you want with that one. So either you can think Slammiversary is theirs, either you can think that Bound for Glory is it. I really don't know. I don't watch TNA enough to know what's is and what's not. So overall, great show. Jordan, anything to offer on TNA before we move on?
No, it was a hell of a show.
Absolutely, I agree. Moving on, Jordan and I came up with a fun topic for AEW, and with Hangman Adam Page winning at the AEW World Champion, finally seeing the title for the first time in ages, I thought we put together a top 5 list on people we would like to see Hangman face in the coming months, whatever, as he is the AEW champion. This would probably be our quickest topic right here, but Jordan, 5-1, give me your top 5 list on who you would love to see Hangman defend his title against.
All right, my number 5, I put Samoa Joe.
Okay. I like that.
Number 4, I put Swerve.
All right. Yeah.
Number 3, I put Will Ospreay.
Okay. I like that.
2, I put MJF.
All right.
And my number 1, I put Kenny Omega.
I like it. I like all of that because Kenny Omega is actually who Hangman won his first title from. At I think it was Full Gear he won it from. So yeah, I actually like that a lot. My number 5, I put Takeshita from the Don Callis family. I think this guy has potential to be a mega star one day. I think he's the biggest member or one of the biggest members from the Don Callis family because Kyle Fletcher's in there as well. The Don Callis family is fucking huge. It kind of feels like the NWO when everyone just like joins and everybody's in the Don Callis family suddenly. So yeah. 4, I put Okada. Okada technically has like 3 championships because he has the unified one, but then he has the Continental and like international or something like that. He has all of them. So I don't understand the rules with the other titles because they unified them. So it's kind of weird. 3, I put Kenny Omega. You know, I would love to see him go at it again. You know, I feel like Hangman and Omega would be a very fun match. 2, I put Will Ospreay. You know, I love Will Ospreay. And number 1, I feel like, you know, I'm kind of beating the dead horse here with this one, but I would love to see him run it back with Swerve. One of the best rivalries, not just of AEW, but one I've ever seen. It got so personal, and I loved it. I loved every part of his rivalry with Swerve Strickland. So that's our top 5. I feel like, you know, like I said, it was going to be a very quick topic. I mean, it was something fun to do before we moved on. But staying on topic of AEW, at All In, we've seen 2 people win their casino gauntlets. We've seen MJF win the men's and Athena winning the women's. So I'm not saying which one will be successful as I worded it. I was just trying to word it as best as I can. But which one has the best chance of cashing in? Because I remember when Christian tried to cash in his and ended up losing it by getting choked out by Jon Moxley. That was a foul. So which one has the better chance of cashing in? Right now, the current champions, as we all know, Hangman and Tony Storm. Which one has the better chance, Jordan? Is it MJF or Athena? And if you want to give me some detail on that, you can go right ahead.
I guess I'll go with MJF because I know he's with the Hurt, whatever you call it.
Yeah, Hurt Syndicate. So
maybe if he cashes in and the Hurt they come out, maybe he might win it because if they kind of help him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Athena, and I love MJF. You know, I don't love what they're doing with having him in a faction, especially with the Hurt Syndicate. I love when he's by himself. You know, but I do think he has a pretty good chance of cashing in. I don't think he'll do it at any point because this title reign is still fresh for Hangman. So why take it off of him yet? But I feel like someone like Tony Storm can drop the title at any point. So why not have Athena be the one to have the more successful cash in? So I think, yeah. So I think Athena can have the better run with it and can cash in at any point on Tony Storm. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, do I think that one of them will fail? No, I think honestly both of them are going to successfully cash in. But which one has the better chance? I think Athena. And I say this because MJF makes enemies with everybody. And I feel like someone has a chance to spoil it for MJF. So if I had to pick one to fail his cash in, I would say MJF. Because I think Athena is due up for something big. They already reported she's going to be more on the AEW roster. So why not? So why not have her do something big? Like cash in at some point. And cash in when no one expects it. If you got to do it obviously, I'd say do it at one of the pay-per-views. Do I do it at their next one? I don't know. But I think you got to catch her whenever she's least expecting it. So, yeah, I got to go with Athena on this one. I love how they gave her that gauntlet match. You know, the way she won it was great. And not saying that the way MJF won wasn't great either, because it was really good. You know, stealing it basically. But Athena, man, she has so much potential, and just be wasting it in Ring of Honor. You know, she's been holding that women's champion forever. I mean, how long has Athena been holding that Ring of Honor women's championship? I'm actually about to Google it right now because she's been holding it forever. Let's see, the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I just Googled it. Athena has been holding that title for 949 days. She won the title on December 10th, 2022. And she's still champion as we speak. She has too much talent to be wasting it in Ring of Honor. So if you're going to feature her more on the main roster in AEW, you have to do it. Because, I mean, if you trust her that much to have her win that gauntlet match, then you got to trust her on that main card. It can't just be Mercedes. It can't just be just Tony. The thing is, you gotta fill more people in, you know, have more women's wrestling. I seen the comparisons, which I hate comparisons, by the way, but I seen comparisons of the total time of women's wrestling between WWE and like all the AEW shows, and it's embarrassing to see the little bit of women's wrestling they do have on AEW. So I mean, you have so much talented women on that roster, and you're not using them. So I don't know, man. A little embarrassing on my opinion. So I think people like Athena, like Willow, like Chris Statlander, like I mean, where's Britt Baker at? I mean, if you're on the roster, give them some sort of run. I mean, it can't be the same thing every week. But okay, moving on to SummerSlam, something that we will get next week. We're gonna do our full prediction show next week. A lot to predict. 2 nights of SummerSlam should be fun. But we got 2 big world title matches for SummerSlam. We have a rematch of WrestleMania, which is John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes basically forcefully signing John Cena's name on that contract after one of the weirdest splashes you'll see in your life, when Cody, jumped from the top rope with the contract still in hand. Was nuts. I mean, a cool ending, but weird splash, by the way. So yeah, Cody looking a little heelish, by the way. So something that we've talked about and I've talked about on other shows may actually happen. And then we have Gunther and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. 2 pretty good matches, but I think one will steal the show over the other. So, Jordan, out of those 2 matches, which one is going to be better, in your opinion?
I think I'm going to go with Cody and Cena. That's still the show.
Any particular reason why? Is it wrestling? Is it storytelling? Because I think one has obviously way better storytelling than the other. But I mean, really, I don't think one has had a chance yet to have the storytelling that I think we're going to get at some point, even tonight on Raw, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I mean, what's your reasoning behind it?
I think Cody gonna go heel and then go with the black hair, like you've been saying.
I like the way you think, Jordan. I like it. I've been saying this forever. I think Cody Rhodes and John Cena is going to steal the show because of the storytelling. It is pure storytelling, which is the reason why this is going to happen. And I think CM Punk and Gunther are going to have a great match. I think it's a little bit of a mismatch in my opinion, but I mean, sometimes the mismatches are the best matches. So I think Punk and Gunther are going to have a fun match. Now, I'm not going to spoil my pick. I will save that for next Monday. And same thing with with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. But to kind of spoil a little bit of what I think is going to happen, I think we're going to see a double turn. I can't see John Cena going out as a heel. I think you're nearing the second half of the year. He doesn't have many dates left. Let him go out the way that he was already, and that was a face. You got to let him be a face. I got to admit, his heel run at the beginning was not fantastic. I still don't think it's fantastic. I think the pipe bomb was fun, but overall, no. I mean, no. I prefer this man as a face to end his career. This is not just him going away for a little while and making surprise appearances to come back. No, this is it. This is the retirement tour of the greatest to ever do it. So don't let him go out as a heel that he wasn't his entire career. He's got to go out on top as a face. So that's why I am heavily pushing for a double turn at SummerSlam. Now, Jordan, I was going to ask you and Blaine next week, but do you think The Rock shows up at SummerSlam to initiate that double turn?
I'll say, yeah.
If it wasn't at SummerSlam, I'd say no. But this is one of the biggest shows of the year. This is your big four. You gotta have him show up. And they're putting the comparisons of the stuff that Cody Rhodes is wearing, and then what The Rock has. They had like the Rolex that The Rock wore. Cody was wearing something like that. The glasses. I mean, I don't know if they're just trying to get people talking or anything like that, but I think, yeah, I mean, you got to go with it. And you got to have it happen. I mean, because Cody's been the face since he returned at WrestleMania a few years ago. He held the title, held it over a year. But I mean, if you watch his old wrestling days, like when he left WWE, he went to New Japan, to Ring of Honor and all that, seeing that heel run from him, I mean, I feel like the people who are strictly fans of WWE are going to realize what a great decision turning him heel would be. Because right now, the people who strictly watch WWE are like, no, terrible idea. I mean, this guy's your face of the company. Why would you turn him heel? If you're going to say that, please, for the love of God, go back and watch his stuff from other promotions, from when he had dark hair, when he left, when he was Stardust and WWE, when he got his release and he went to his own thing on the indie scene, when they started AEW. Now, he wasn't a heel in AEW. I don't think he ever fully turned heel in AEW. It was more of the crowd was turning on him. So that's why I say go back and watch his other work and other promotions before you make that judgment for yourself that you don't want him to turn. I've seen it. So that's why I want him to turn so bad. So, I mean, and I, for one, hope that they're not reading on social media from WWE, seeing people predict it and then don't give us the turn that we all want. But I still think we get it. And, but I'm not spoiling nothing. Just because I think someone's going to turn heel and someone's going to turn face doesn't mean that I think someone's going to walk away with the championship. That's for my prediction for next week. So I spoiled one thing without spoiling the major thing that we're going to predict next week. But overall, I think both matches are going to be great. I just think Cena and Rhodes, because of storytelling, and that Gunther and Punk don't have enough time to overtake the story of Cena and Cody. I think that's the main reason why. I think that Cena and Cody are just going to fucking tear it down because of the storytelling. I love storytelling in professional wrestling, and they're doing it just great. So getting to our final topic, we haven't done this in quite some time. We started doing this when we got the show to come back, and we haven't done it since. I mean, we've done it maybe 2 or 3 times since the show came back, and we haven't really done it. But we have a pretty good episode of Raw tonight. Actually, it's actually a sold out from Houston, Texas. This is a sold out show. You haven't seen a sold out show for a while. Yeah, I feel like WWE since WrestleMania has kind of been on a sort of a downward spiral, and seeing a sold out crowd is definitely looking up in the right direction. So I am looking forward to tonight's show. I did save a couple tweets that did say the preview for tonight. Adam Pearce did announce that CM Punk is going to be kicking off Monday Night Raw. I assume we're going to have a face-to-face with Gunther. And yeah, I think that would be great. We are getting a women's tag team championship match between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne and Raquel. Jordan, who's winning this match? And kind of a weird tag team between Lyra and Bayley.
I'm gonna go Roxanne and Raquel.
Same here, because I don't know why they're putting Bayley and Lyra together.
Weird match.
Very weird. And yeah. I don't understand. And of course, we are going to be hearing from the OTC1 as Roman Reigns is going to be on Monday Night Raw tonight. I think him coming back kind of helped the ticket sales a little bit. Coming back last week, it was really cool to see him come back. By the way, and we are also getting a number 1 contenders triple threat tag match between the New Day, the Creed Brothers, and the LWO. Who's winning that match, Jordan? Who is going to be the number 1 contenders for the tag titles?
I'm going to go to Creed Brothers.
Yeah, I'm going Creeds as well. I think they deserve something like this. We've seen the New Day as champions for a while. I'm not exactly loving their heel run, by the way, but I mean, whatever. I still think it's going to be a good match. The LWO, I really haven't seen them do much in a while. I mean, I'm sure at some point during the show also we'll get El Grande Americano. It'll be Ludwig Kaiser, I'm sure, with Chad Gable still out with injury. It would be pretty cool if they would actually do like someone different as El Grande Americano every week instead of just doing Kaiser every week. You know, let someone different, you know, it's kind of like add some entertainment to this of guess who it is and whatnot. But it'll be good to see whenever Chad Gable comes back and actually, you know, portrays that role again, because I think he does very well with it. And whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I think Raw's gonna be a great show tonight. I will be watching. Looking forward to that for sure. Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure what else they have. I don't know if they announced anything extra for tonight. I'm looking on Twitter, by the way, and they have another match that was just announced an hour ago. Sheamus and Rusev are running it back. Who's winning that one, Jordan?
I'm going Rusev.
I think Rusev won the first one, so why not have Sheamus get this one in their rubber match? Maybe even book it at SummerSlam. I mean, why not? Yeah. These two guys can beat the shit out of each other, and why not have it happen at SummerSlam? Like, you know, have Sheamus go over tonight, and then, you know, have that rubber match at SummerSlam. What's going on, Dom? Dom said, "What's up, fellas? New Day's whole heel turn has felt weak. Do you know why? Because New Day sucks." I agree with that one, man. Great to see you here, Dom. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, tune in for the whole COD family as they're going on tonight for the Raw watch along and everything they do later on this week. All their watch alongs and the flagship show on Thursday and everything else they do later on this week. But I'm looking at the rest of what's going on. I don't see anything. I'm sure Braun Breaker beat someone's ass tonight. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm sure we'll get something with Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. I love the "We Want Kross" chants whenever he was getting interviewed a couple of weeks ago. Man, they were blowing the roof off with those chants. And I think Karrion Kross deserves so much right now, man. This dude is getting reactions, and that's what you want to see out of a wrestler, is get reactions, and that's what he gets. So I think he deserves some sort of push for sure. Dom also says, which is typing, that got to be Rusev, right? Or might as well recycle Sheamus and Cesaro becoming the bar. And he also says probably got a Punk and Gunther face-to-face segment. Yeah, I do think that does to open up the show. They already said Punk is opening up the show. So I do think, yeah, we'll get some sort of face-to-face. I would love to see more of a story go into this with their match at SummerSlam, because storytelling wise, Cena and Rhodes are kicking their ass with that. So I'd love to see some sort of story come into this with them for sure. But that's all I got. Jordan, you got anything else you want to add in for any of these topics, Raw tonight, or anything in particular? I mean, any like the other shows this week? I mean, we got NXT, we got AEW, we got, I mean, I don't know too much about TNA. I know it's on like a channel, but I don't know if they ever pre-tape it or something like that. It's hard to tell whenever live. And then, of course, you got SmackDown and Collision, everything like that. So anything else you want to add into anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just ready for NXT to see what they got going on tomorrow on AEW and SmackDown.
Also on NXT, the Undertaker is going to be on there. He's going to be confronting Trick Williams. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And then, then Blake Monroe is making her singles debut against Ren Sinclair, which was Maddie Rankowski, who was on this show before. So I don't think the interview's on our YouTube channel. It is on our Facebook page, though. So you may have to scroll quite a bit to find that one. But it is there. It was a fun one. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I got. As far as all the shows, I'm looking forward to all the shows this week. I think wrestling in general is going to be great this week. I do look forward to watching all of them. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode of the World Elite Podcast. Jordan, where can the listeners find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
Absolutely. You can find myself on Twitter at DylanAbear_. You can find the podcast at World Elite Pod. Also on Instagram, also at World Elite Pod. We're on Facebook as well. I will figure out the Facebook issue as to why the stream got deleted last minute to where everyone had to tune in on YouTube. If you did tune in, then thank you for tuning in for sure. Dom also says Deadman in Houston on NXT is a must watch. I do agree 100%. The audio versions of the podcast can be found on all major audio platforms. We do have merchandise. It is in the show's description wherever you're watching it at, which for this case is only on YouTube. We do have to update our merchandise, which I have failed to do so. I've been having so many opportunities and still haven't done so already. The sponsorships and affiliates can be found on the description as well. Too many to name, but go and check out all the people who sponsor or we are affiliates of them as well. Check us out next week, same time, same place, 5 o'clock Central, as we will be welcoming Blaine Arsenault. He was on our mid-year awards episode and will be joining us next week for our SummerSlam prediction show. And also Blaine will be joining us more often as it stands going forward. Blaine is interested in joining more of the show. I am more than open to have him on the show for sure. And we are looking forward to having them going forward. So that'll do it. We will see everybody next Monday, 5 o'clock Central, SummerSlam prediction shows. But as it stands, everyone enjoy Monday Night Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown, Collision, everything as far as professional wrestling goes. So until next week, we will see y'all all then. So y'all have a good day.